All right, welcome in. Oh, hello, Miss Eva, and hello. All right, you all know how this works out. I'm just setting everything up for us. So in the meantime, what you guys can be doing is getting your videos on and getting your original sound on. Is everyone going to the recital this weekend? Yeah? Oh, that's great. Okay. So I guess today's kind of like a practice for that recital. That's a good idea. I like that idea. All right, let me share my screen. And we got a very special guest, Mr. Connors, in the house today. So we'll have
Hello, all.
Mr. Connor.
Hope to see you at the recitals too.
Yeah, Mr. Connor is watching. All right, I think that's the right. Yes, that is. Okay, great. All right, well, we're already running live, so we're gonna get started. You guys already know how this class works out, but I just like to always announce it because just in case there's some visitors watching. The way that the class will work is in the first half of class, each of you will play your pieces. And in the second half of class, we will talk about how to make those pieces better. And we are going to be going in order of stage. So early stage one, mid stage one, late stage one. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to Miss Naya. And Miss Naya, whenever you're ready, you can announce your name and piece and play for us. Are you gonna unmute yourself and announce your name and piece?
My name is Naya, and I'm going to be playing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
All right, let's give her a nice round of applause. Very nice. This will go very well this weekend. The only thing I was going to suggest, and we'll talk more about this kind of stuff in the second half when everyone tries your piece, is before you start, focus yourself. So don't just jump in and start playing. Focus yourself. I know it's difficult and you get a little bit, whatever, scattered, but once you focus yourself, then you can start. Because that beginning that you got a little bit confused happened just because you weren't fully focused when you started. Okay, but we'll talk about this in the second half, so hang around. We'll come back to you and everyone will play your piece, which some people might really want to play that piece. Let me pass it over to, oh, we got another Christmas song. I'm gonna pass it over to Eva. Whenever you're ready, you can announce your name and piece.
My name is Eva, and I'm playing Jingle Bells.
All right. Round of applause for Eva. Very nice. You guys are also prepared. This is going to sound great this weekend. I think you'll do really well. Um, you were very focused as well. We'll come back to it in the second half. We still have one more performer for our first half. Oh, we got another winter song. Snowflake Rise. Perfect. All right. Whenever you're ready, you can announce your name and piece.
My name is Vihan and I'm going to be playing Snowflake Rag.
All right, really polished performance. Very nice. And I thank you for your teacher. She gave me like a heads up on the bass C. I was going to actually comment on that and I saw that. Okay, very nice. Let's go back to our first performer. And everyone, just a reminder, everyone plays through everyone's pieces. So this is a great chance for you guys to improve your sight reading. Even if you haven't ever saw this piece, that's actually a good thing. You shouldn't have seen this piece. And if you have, great. That's also helpful because then you can improve it from where you know it. Okay, so let's go through. I want to specifically go through the section where it changes. Where was that? This one, the third line. So the third line, for me at least, is the most difficult line. I don't know how you felt about it, Naya. Is the third line tricky for you? You're muted, just so you know. Okay, so the reason why I think the third line's a little bit more difficult is because the third line is the one that's so different than all the other ones, whereas the left hand usually starts here. This is most similar to this one, but I don't know, it is kind of comes out of nowhere where our left hand's playing here, then our right hand has to play. Here our right hand's playing, the left hand plays. It kind of goes in the same order. Then we have this one random note here. So I want to go over this. But this is what we would call our A section, if you want to label it as an A section. Okay, so let's all try this. And one of the weird things about it is that you have to play this weird rhythm here where it starts out going from an eighth note to a quarter note. So let's just take a look at this opening rhythm, and I want Naya to play it for us one more time. Can you play it for us, Naya? Just this first two measures, 9 and 10. You're muted, by the way. Yep. Can you play it for us?
Okay.
And everyone else should be practicing this at this point. So if you're not practicing so Eva, you should be practicing this, and Vihan, you should be practicing this, because I'm going to have you guys play in a second. Yeah, it's a really tricky rhythm, right? It's a really, really tricky rhythm. And what makes it extra tricky is that we have some notes that are faster than normal, but they're not in the normal fast position. So normally we don't have this kind of fast and then slow and then fast. So take a look. This is actually slower here. Da-dum, ba-dum. Can we just do that first part? So fast, slow, fast, slow. Try it again, Naya. Oh, can you start from middle C? Another way to do this, which I don't usually recommend to count at this point because you're still so early in your development, in your learning. But if you wanted to count, you can count like You can say, or you can sing, you can also sing the words. You know how the words go, like all of the you know that part of the song? Why don't you try to sing along with it? It might be helpful to remember that these are slower notes. These happen for a longer amount of time. Dun 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 dun. Try it one more time. All of the yeah, so at the moment, it may be hard for you to hear, right? Yourself. What you're doing is you're doing all of the so this is going to be a much longer note. Can you try playing this one more time where you play it slowly? Better, yeah. But in the future, when you get better, one thing that you want to do to strengthen your rhythm is to know that some notes are slower and longer notes, and some notes are faster notes. So this is a fast note, this eighth note here. This is a fast note. These are quarter notes. And this is a really, really slow note. So like this one over here, this one gets 3 full beats. So we're going to really hold this out. Okay. Eva, can I hear you play it? Let's play only these two measures. 1 and 2 and 3. And you should be able to count by now. You're probably good at counting. Try it.
Okay, I'll try to.
Yep. Nice. You know what's interesting? You play this note for the correct value, and you play this note for the incorrect value, but they're the same value. Try it one more time. See if you can get it so that you match the two. You can do it. Good reading otherwise. That was it. That was it. That was super good. Don't worry about the wrong note. I don't care about the wrong note. We're focusing on rhythm. That was really good. Do that one more time. No, no. Go back, go back, go back. It's okay. Try again. Excellent. Yeah, and then here, even here, you can take a little bit more time. Very, very good job. And Johan, did you get it? It should be pretty easy for you. Great. And just as a supportive exercise, because you do need to build up your counting skills, can you count while you play that? Do you know how to put in the counts to that? Oh, one. Oh, yeah, let's go really. Whenever you're counting, speed is your number one enemy. You want to slow things way, way down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and can you try that? Excellent. Yeah, so you're at the stage now. You're in late stage one. At that point, you should start to build your counting. Have you guys already started to do a little bit of counting out loud?
Huh?
Have you
Yeah.
started to do a little? Yeah, so that's what happens at this point. So you should now build this tool. And these pieces are easy to you, but what you can do with them is that you can build up your counting skills. So that really helps you. Okay, let's keep moving forward. So that was our first piece. By the way, Surya, I don't have you on my roster today, so I think you may be in the stage 2 class with,
Oh, there's a stage 2 class? Oh,
yeah, I mean, I don't have you in my roster today. Did somebody sign you up?
yeah, Dr. Justin signed me up.
I mean, I don't see it here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's on. All right.
Yep.
Thank
No
you.
worries. Yep. All right, let's go over to Eva's piece. So everyone should now take a look at Eva's piece. Now, the cool thing about Eva's piece is that it's also repetitive, so it's pretty easy to read. What I wanted to help you with, Eva, was your articulation. And what does that mean, articulation? At this point, you should have like a little bit of info on what that means. For example, this articulation and this articulation is the same, whereas this articulation is different. What do I mean by articulation? Can anyone answer that? Anyone can shout out at me. Even if you're wrong, who cares, right? Like who cares if you're wrong? I don't really care. I'm wrong half of the day. Anyway, the more you're wrong, the more you learn.
Legato and staccato.
Those are types of articulation. Yeah. So those are what I've organized it by. What is articulation of? Like somebody says, hey, like tell me like what the color red is. And you're like, yeah, it's like fire trucks and stuff like that's not really what red is, right?
It's how you like play a note.
how we pronounce, that was very good. That was a good effort. How we pronounce the notes. So a legato, what is a legato, Naya? What does that mean? You're muted, by the way. What is legato?
It means you play it and then you use another thing.
You play it and then you use another thing. Okay, that's maybe that's a little bit unspecific, but a good try. Eva, do you have a better, more detailed explanation of what legato means?
I'm just trying to write down on my piece because like sometimes I forget the notes.
Okay, but we're not talking about notes at the moment. We're talking about articulation. So articulation is how we pronounce the notes. Here, these notes are going to be connected. Okay, connected. Whereas these notes are disconnected. So we're going to not connect any of these notes. Can we just try that real quick? I want everyone to try this. I'm going to call on all three of you. So starting from finger 4 on F, and when you're playing this, really start to practice getting that really crisp sound. Okay. At this point, Eva, you are being introduced to articulations, and these are the two articulations that you should have learned by now. So you should have a good grasp of these. All right, let's hear Eva. Can you do it for us? Just these four, sorry, just these two measures.
Wait, so wait for the red part we just like
Right, but not faster. So dun 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 da dum bum bum. So short, 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 connect, short, short. Yeah,
ah.
let's try it.
I'll try.
Yeah, go for it. How was it? Yeah, very good. You made a small mistake in there, but let's do it one more time, and everyone should be trying it at this point. Think of it, this is going to go up. So you're almost going to like pluck the string. Think about that. Or like if your piano was a stove, you accidentally touched it. I guess you wouldn't touch it again, but bum, bum, or like the popcorn popping off of the ground of the kettle, of the bottom of the kettle.
So I play the piece?
Yep, try no, just from here. Try one more time. I just want you to try to focus on this. Almost, but there are four of these. There are four of these.
Uh,
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect. Short, short. Try it.
I get it. Right.
You almost got it. Okay, almost. Yeah. But the good news is you are starting to get a sense of what articulation is. It's really, really good, actually. Naya, can you try? All right. Very nice. Yeah, yeah. No, you don't have to go on. It's okay. Very good. And Vihan? Right. Now you're at the level now, late stage 1, where your articulation shouldn't just be short or long, but you should start becoming comfortable with getting your hands off the keys. So when you're playing the staccato, don't go so fast. Fast is not really helpful at this point. Bum, bum, try to push off, almost like a frog jumping off the ground or like a cat jumping off of a fence or something, where they push off really low and they jump. So bum, and try to make it as crisp as possible. But see the first one you got correct, but everyone after that, you actually play the staccato from above the key. Try to play the staccato from the key. Bum, get back to the key. Bum, bum, almost like a trampoline. No, 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 no. The first one was great. Every other one after that was incorrect. From the key. No, the first one was great. Everyone after that was incorrect because you're playing all the other ones from above, down. None of these are down. They're all up. It's getting better. But do you see the difference? It's kind of a mind shift. You have to work at it. So the hard thing for you is you're going too fast, but if you slow down, you'd have a higher chance of success. But when you're jumping, bum, 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 bum. Try that speed. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah. So it's a different mindset, right? You're thinking, I just pushed the key. No. At this point in your learning, in late stage one, you need to now start thinking about, I'm going from the key up, not down into the key. That's a different technique. Okay, good. Speaking of Vihan, let's go over to Vihan's piece. This is the last person of the day. All right, let's take a look at this. You played really well today. I like this piece. One second, let me just drop our notes in here so we have all the notes. And what I wanted to talk about with you guys on this is there are so many cross unders and crossovers in this piece. And I'm not sure how far you've gotten, Eva, but you should have already learned cross under and crossover at this point. So I want to kind of visit some of these. And I want to make sure you know all the names of these. So this is more of like a knowledge thing. What is the name of this movement here? I'm going to ask you the trickiest one for, I shouldn't ask the trickiest one first. Let me ask an easier one. What's the name of this one first? We'll start with an easy one. Right here. 1, 3, and then 1, and it's going up. So your thumb is on G. Try it. Put your thumb on G in the right hand. Then your third finger is on G sharp. And then your thumb goes to A. What is that movement called? The name of that move. When we classify that move, what is it called? Anybody can answer.
A cross under.
Cross under. Yeah, cross under. Did you know that, Eva? Cross under. Did you know that?
I'm used to seeing the sign.
Oh yeah, the sign. Sure. Yeah, you can use the sign. So the
What you mean
sign.
by what
What
you
was
mean
that?
by cross under? Do you mean like
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. But the cross under doesn't need to happen with 1, 2, 3, 1. It can happen with 1, 3, 1 or 1, 2, 1, or there are many different setups. So don't think of it as the numbers. Think of it as the action that your thumb does, which is it's crossing under, like it's going into a tunnel. Okay, good. So far we got 1 of 3. I'm gonna ask you guys 3 different ones and see if you guys can get as a team, if you guys can get all 3. All right, so that's 1, cross under. The next one is the neighbor. What is that move right there? Your thumb is on base C. Then your third finger does something random. What is that movement called? Eva?
crossover?
Crossover. Very good. And the symbol for that is exactly the opposite. So we're going to draw the crossover symbol, connect it. Looks like a roller coaster, right? And if your music isn't annotated, you absolutely should annotate your music. Always annotate your music so that way you know what's going on. Crossover. Crossover means that we will put a finger over another finger. You can also even have a hand crossover, which is we're not going to see that today. And then the last move of the day, which I don't think everyone will know. I'd be very shocked if somebody knew this. It's a rare move, but it does happen, is right here. What is that move called? A different type of move. And here's the hint. The thumb does not behave the same way here. So what is it called when our thumb, it misbehaves a little bit? It like goes into a different thing. Instead of crossing under or crossing over, the thumb stays in position, but the hand does cross over. So what is this called? Where the hand does cross over, but the thumb stays in position. Anybody know? You want to give it a shot, Behind? Give it a shot.
Um,
Take a guess.
uh,
I'll give you guys a hint. If you play basketball, the word that we use to classify this move comes from basketball. Not dribbling, no. What is a move in basketball where you can't move your foot because you've stopped your dribble?
oh,
Does anyone know? Ah, pivot. Yeah, so why is this a pivot crossover? It's a pivot crossover because what doesn't move?
The thumb, but then
Your
the
thumb doesn't move, right? So you can move your other part of your hand wherever you want to go, but your thumb is anchored to that key. So we have an anchored finger, aka a pivot crossover. And then cool thing about the pivot cross, I'm not going to draw this really well because I know all of you guys study with Ms. Kai, so you guys have a good drawer as your teacher. I'm not a good drawer. I didn't practice enough, but it's a crossover. And then in the crossover symbol, we add an extra little avocado looking thing. Boom. Looks kind of like that. So that's the pivot crossover symbol. Okay. It just means that our thumb stays in position. He was drawing it. All right, so anyway, if you guys have collected 3 new moves today, you've captured 3 new moves, the cross under crossover and the pivot crossover. There isn't a pivot cross under, but that would be very interesting, I guess, to do that. I'm not sure how that would even work, but there is a pivot crossover that happens on the other hand. Okay, well, until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you guys this week, and come say hi to me. See you soon. See ya.